welcome to episode 3 of Vanlife Essentials, where I am talking about my experiences and trying to pass on information to yourselves and others who may be interested in taking up full-time van life, because it is quite a daunting prospect living in a van. It's not for everybody, and I'm hoping that my advice will either make you realise that it is a good thing or make you realise it's probably not for you. Something that you probably don't think about, or at least I didn't think about originally, but quickly I soon realised that it was probably one of the most important things. My issue was really that I was being kicked off places that I thought were safe and thought were alright, and the last thing you want to do is get kicked off somewhere at like 11 PM and then you have to get up out of your bed, or you have to get dressed and then get back in your van and drive somewhere new, and that can be quite stressful, and it was very stressful for me because I was trying to balance work and having a child and finding safe places. And there was many occasions where I left work and just drove around, not really with any, I'd not really forward planned it. It was just a driving around like an idiot basically, and I had no focus, no sort of no clue as to where I was going to go. So it just became really stressful. And there were quite a number of occasions where I ended up just parking outside my work, which was on a main road. There was lots of people walking past. It wasn't the best area. I was using the free Wi-Fi that was inside work, however, but it wasn't ideal. I don't really like the built-up cities, even though I work in a city. They don't feel safe. Retail park car parks don't feel safe. Petrol stations don't feel safe. So at first it was very difficult, and I ended up parking at the marina where I then bought a boat, and I was kicked off there after, it wasn't 3 consecutive nights, but it was 3 nights in total that I stayed there. I didn't leave any mess, didn't make any noise, was polite to everybody, picked up litter actually, but it wasn't good enough. But that brings me on to, alright, listen, do we need to be making that noise? Listen, forget what I said about cities. The countryside is noisy, and this bird is trying to get in on my video. Will you just... Princess, go get them birds. Go see them. Anyway, so, if you do find a park up that is quiet and secluded and out of the way and you enjoy it, don't park there every single night, because people will start to notice the pattern, and that is a surefire way of getting you kicked off there and being told never to come back. So spend maybe one night there, find 5 places and stay each one of them a different night. That would be the perfect way of doing it. And right now I do have probably more than 5, but 4 or 5 that I prefer, and I will go there, not outstay my welcome, and not make any noise, and not cause any trouble, and not outstay my welcome basically. So the countryside is definitely always going to be better for most people, I would imagine. It's quieter, less trouble. I've heard stories of people having their vans broke into in the cities whilst sleeping in the van, which isn't ideal. Van life is what you make it. If you make it hard for yourself, you will make it hard for yourself, but you can make it easy on yourself by planning these things in advance. So plan what, on Monday I'm going to stay here, Tuesday I'm going to stay here, Wednesday I'm going to stay here, and that would be brilliant. There are some people that stay on campsites, there are some people that stay on bits of wasteland or allotments and things like that, and that is also good. But for me, at the moment, the countryside, public car parks or park-ups, or just down little country lanes, would be my preferred option. I think the most important rule as well is to not leave rubbish lying around, not leave litter, not be seen to be doing anything outside of the van really. I mean, if you're cooking and everything inside, keep your door closed, keep it private. You don't want people to know what's in your van anyway, ideally, because if you've got, you know, phones and cameras and stuff inside, you don't want people to know that. But also you don't want people to think that you are leaving rubbish, leaving things around. There's been times where I've left my barbecue outside overnight while it cools down, and I often think that people think that I've probably just left that there, or I don't care about the environment or the scenery or anything like that. But make sure you've got plenty of carrier bags that you can put your rubbish in, and take your rubbish with you, because that is an easy way to get kicked off a place, to be banned from a place, and nobody wants that. We want to just get along and obviously give Vanlife as a good name as well, because I think there's already a negative stigma involved in living in a van, but we're going to try and combat that. Ideally, we want to sustain this as long as possible, so if you're living in a van because you want to save money and adventure, you want to keep that going as long as you can, and we all need to work together on that by looking after the environment and looking after the places that we park, being kind to the people that we see, the walkers and things like that. Even if you've not dropped the litter, if you see litter, then pick it up anyway. If you're seen to be picking up random bits of litter, that's good. But the idea is obviously that we're in this for the long haul. There are also plenty of apps, phone apps that you can get to help with park ups. iOverland app, Google Maps, you can use that to find park ups, and Park4Night. They're all good apps that I've used Park4Night before, and I've been suggested the other ones. And you can find park ups all over the world, really, especially in parts of Europe as well. So if you look for Park4Night app, put in what area you're in, or set it to your location, and it will find you local places that you can park up for free. And parking up for free is the key, let's be honest. None of us want to be paying, even if it's £10 a night, nobody wants to be paying £10 a night to live. The whole idea here is that we're living for free or cheap. So yeah, if you've got the technology, if you've got a smartphone, which most people have nowadays, use that technology to your advantage. So that concludes episode 3 of Vanlife Essentials. Hopefully you found some sound advice again, and hopefully you can use that in future. Leave me a comment if you've got any input yourself or anything, any ideas, that would be good, and you'll be able to share those with other people that will be watching the video also. Well, thanks again. If you can subscribe and turn on notifications and all that, even share these videos, it would be really handy for me to help grow my channel and keep on doing what I'm doing. There will be another video out next week with another Vanlife Essential guide, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much for watching, it means a lot. Bye bye.